Hello everyone, I'm your cameraman Campbell and welcome back to IPtB Old Snake. We have successfully, you have to throw air quotation marks up when saying that, successfully followed the spy guy to his secret base. Cardboard box? Am I a goddamn cardboard box? Okay. Or I'm just doing that.
Who's there?
I'm here to see Big Mama.
Is this the guy? What do you think?
I didn't hear him coming at all. He's gotta be the one.
Yeah, but look at him. He's ancient.
So much for regulatory of the system. God damn. Snake, you're awesome. Follow the apple.
Very impressive, CQC, Snake.
You weren't even looking.
No doubt about it. He is the legendary soldier. Call me Mama. Big Mama.
Here's your gun back. Is it just me, or does everyone have like a resistance force on all these levels?
Raiden sent me.
My, how you've grown, David. It was you, not I, who was created from the rib of man. But I gave you life. I am your mother.
What?
Les enfants terribles. You can't grow a human being in a test tube, not even a clone. You need a woman's body to give it life.
You mean a surrogate mother?
What, so you
That's
gave
an awfully cold way to put it.
birth to both me,
I am your
Liquid,
mother.
and Solidus?
I gave birth for the Patriots.
Gave birth.
Yeah. Take a shot.
The forbidden fruit. Appropriate. No?
Okay.
Follow me. I'll explain everything.
Okay, good. I expected no less.
The man who wants me dead is Liquid. Your twin.
Yeah,
You think you
well,
know
not
him, but
really.
I know him better. He was once
That's debatable.
Osmond, but Liquid has taken control of his soul. And now he's locked in a bitter struggle with Zero,
Zero.
the founder of the Patriots.
Found her. When did this happen?
40 years ago,
Yeah, Zero.
during the Cold War. when
Okay,
the
so
United
that's why
States and the Soviet Union were still at odds. It was in that chaotic era that the Patriots were born. And I played my part.
For China.
I was one of the founding members.
You.
Zero created the Patriots to manage and control the American state. That control endured long after the Cold War ended. The organization became an empty shell, continuing to function through AIs. Those AIs are responsible for the creation of the war economy, and they gave rise to the Sons of the Patriot system. But I am partly to blame. I bear some of the guilt for creating the organization. It was right after I first met your father, Big Boss.
How did he get Big Boss's jizz?
Back in 1964, I was ordered to take part in a CIA op called Operation Snake Eater, which concerned a new weapon the Soviets were developing at the time. My mission was to support...
Yeah, see, look, she even has... she's got a bikini on.
Became Big Boss, but I knew him as Snake.
Snake?
Yes, Naked Snake. That was his code name at the time. A name he would give to you, his son. The commander of this mission was a man called Zero, the head of Special Forces Unit Fox. Back then, I was working as a double agent for the Chinese. My objective was to secure the location of the Philosopher's Legacy.
If you've watched the
report it to Beijing.
Metal Gear Solid 3 playthrough, you know exactly what's going on.
Location of secret funds amassed by the Allied powers during World War II. But I failed in my mission and was expelled from China. I took the apple from the snake and was cast out of Eden. After years on the run, I ended up in Hanoi. That's where I met him again. It was around then that Zero used the massive funds contained in the Philosopher's Legacy to start a new organization, the Patriots, which would carry out the final wishes of a certain legendary hero. The initial membership consisted of Big Boss, Sigint, Paramedic, and their commander, Zero. Oh, and there was one more who we mustn't forget. He stayed behind in the Soviet Union to support the group as an informant, Ocelot, who is now Liquid. After your father rescued me in Hanoi, I went to America and joined their organization. Zero's goal was to
All can be
achieve a
played
unity
in
of thought and awareness.
Metal Gear Solid Portable
He
Ops.
believed that was what the boss wanted, and the rest of the Patriots followed his lead.
The boss?
The boss was a legendary hero from the Second World War, known as the Mother of Special Forces. She had an almost overwhelming charisma about her. The CIA feared this, so they had her eliminated. If she had survived, the world of the 21st century might have been a very different place. We were all influenced by the boss's will. It was what drove us to create this organization, to be closer to that spirit. Zero decided that in order to lead the people, we needed a special kind of icon. So he turned to Big Boss, the last son of the boss. He shared more of her life than anyone else. It was Big Boss, the true heir to her legacy, who was best suited to play this role.
Huh. But
Zero elevated Big Boss, the hero who saved the world, to the status of an idol. The truth behind Big Boss became riddled with exaggeration, misrepresentation, and outright lies. Zero disseminated these stories among the masses and gathered the rich and powerful to his banner.
Huh.
Every era needs its symbols to control the people, whether it be the stars and
You
stripes or the hammer and sickle.
I guess that's Al-Qaeda. Huh.
As the times and currents
Yeah.
of politics changed, so too did Zero. Eventually, he became a prisoner of his own lust for power, sparking friction between him and Big Boss, who resented playing the puppet. With Big Boss drifting away, Zero realized he would need insurance. Something that would perpetuate the existence of Big Boss, their organization's icon. And so Zero secretly embarked on a new project. Les Enfants Terribles. Its goal was to create a clone of Big Boss, the ultimate soldier. The project was led by Dr. Clark, known at the time as
Wait, no,
Paramedic.
he created multiple clones.
After
Or at
dozens
least
of failures,
clones were
they
made.
finally,
Or soldiers with
miraculously,
boss's
succeeded in
DNA.
producing a fertilized egg. The egg used in the successful in vitro fertilization came from Dr. Clark's assistant, a healthy Japanese woman.
Blood from the east flows within your veins.
Give birth to
What?
Big Boss. To realize this, I asked to serve as the surrogate mother, and was more than happy to carry you in my womb. I loved him. 9 months later, I gave birth to 2 big bosses, you and Liquid. It didn't matter.
What about
that they were
Solidus?
clones, or that they had manipulated your DNA. You were born the same way as any other normal child, from your mother's womb. But Les Enfants Terribles proved to be the final straw for Zero and Big Boss. Determined to oppose Zero and his plans, Big Boss broke away from the Patriots. He left the States, created his own mercenary company, and drifted around the world.
Okay, yeah, that's
Your
the
father
time
never
of...
left. Human life isn't meant to be manipulated like that. I knew that, but I wanted you. After Big Boss left, Zero really lost control. What Zero wanted was an orderly world, one governed by rules. His fortune grew through countless wars, and his words influenced decision-making all the way up to the Oval Office. As the world saw
Whoa.
the rise of digital technology, IT, the internet, and genetics, the Patriots' power grew immense. Their roots spread and took hold throughout the globe. In time, they began to dictate the fate of entire nations from the shadows. And before we knew it, the Patriots, the proud police of the world, started bringing an entire planet under their control.
Damn. Well, hold... Huh. Yeah, I guess we'll save here. I can do here. Alright. See y'all in the next one, folks. Maybe? Maybe? No? Okay, we'll just
Their
continue on a little
intentions
further.
were fair, but their execution was flawed. Zero developed weapons, amassed armies, used information for
Mhm.
extortion, all in order to gain more wealth. He was obsessed with controlling awareness on the inside from the outside. But I
But,
cannot
there it is.
imagine that's what the boss would have wanted. They both misinterpreted her will. And their absolute reverence for her drove them apart. So began the war between Zero and Big Boss. Opposing interpretations, each striving to realize the boss's will. Everything you see today stems from their Cold War.
Hold my ass. I believe Snake was sent in places to, murder his men
In religion,
and him, his loyal subjects. Pretty much, he's been
this war
opposing
they've caused is no different
Big
from
Boss
any other
for
human
quite some
error
time.
in history. It all started with a tiny fork in the path. And grew
no?
into a great rift. There was nothing left of the boss's noble will in their struggle. All that remained was hatred, a passion to destroy one another. Big Boss returned to the U.S. with a plan in mind, and once again assumed command of Foxhound. In Outer
how?
Power and then Zanzibar land, Big Boss plotted coup d'etat against Zero. But you, Solid Snake, his own clone, foiled his efforts both times. Big Boss and Gray Fox, Frank Yeager, were left near death. Zero recovered their bodies. Frank Yeager's entire body was reconstructed through surgery, and he was reborn
Become a
as
badass
the cyborg
ninja.
Big Boss,
Did we really
now
call him the
a
cyborg
vegetable,
ninja?
became a prisoner of Zero even in death. For Zero, more than anyone else, your father was an irreplaceable icon. No, the truth is, for Zero, he was an irreplaceable friend. After Big Boss's betrayal, Zero could no longer believe in something so uncertain as life. He lost his belief in everything. Nations, organizations, individuals. Zero was no longer willing to place his organization in the hands of the next generation. Instead, he set up a network of AIs, a decision-making system formed from all the information he had accumulated. He built 4 AIs, GW, TJ, AL, and TR, as sort of a digital Mount Rushmore, and 1 core artificial intelligence to unite them, John Doe.
GW. The same GW we destroyed 5 years ago.
The same. Ever since GW was cut off, JD and the other 3 AIs have controlled all information on every aspect of global society. Economics, politics, law, morals, and culture. The war economy is no exception. In the shadow of the system and its complete control over the world, Big Boss isn't allowed to live or die. He's trapped for eternity in a brain-dead prison. To bind himself to his friend, to ensure his rule over the world, Zero transformed Big Boss into an icon, neither living nor dead.
Sounds almost like a religion.
Naturally, Ocelot and I plan to free him from Zero's prison. We enlisted Naomi Hunter, an authority in the field of nanomachine research, into our organization. And we used Frank Yeager to kill Dr. Clark. Ocelot tortured the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, also known as Sigint, to death, and made it look like an accident.
Yeah.
The Shadow Moses incident.
With Paramedic and Sigint dead, Zero was the only one left. But we too paid a price. I lost Ocelot. Ocelot wasn't fighting for the Pentagon or the Russians, and certainly not for Zero. He was fighting for Big Boss. He idolized him.
Yeah, I mean, he taught him everything he knew.
When Ocelot grafted Liquid's right arm to his own, his body was taken over by Liquid's thoughts and spirit. He may be
How?
Ocelot in physical form, but his mind is Liquid's. I
You're
was
not
the last
explaining
one.
how.
And then someone appeared to help me.
Raiden.
Sure.
It was when I met him that I finally discovered the location of Big Boss.
How'd that come about?
It was in the data he obtained from GW. Together, he and I retrieved Big Boss. But Big Boss was still asleep, as Zero had left him.
Why did Zero keep him alive?
People need heroes. Zero wanted to create a messiah. A legend that would never die.
Liquid is after Big Boss's body. Is it here?
I'll take you to meet him. This is his pyx, his holy ark.
It's a van. Oh, God.
His body is
That's
alive,
messed up.
but his consciousness is locked away by nanomachines.
That's really
So
fucked up.
technically speaking, he's not really brain dead. We can't allow Liquid to inherit the same sins that corrupted Zero. Manipulating people's minds for the sake of his own ego.
That's really fucked up.
Otacon,
Snake, it's Naomi.
what happened?
She's gone. She's not in the Nomad anymore.
When?
Less than an hour ago. She disappeared right after
God.
she and Sonny got back from Dr. Madnar's place.
Why weren't you watching her?
I didn't have my glasses on.
Naomi said it
God
herself.
damn you.
The experiment can't succeed without her.
You think she went back to Liquid?
What about Raiden?
Good news on that front. We managed
what
to get
the-
our hands on a dialysis machine and set up an ICU.
What the hell?
We just started him on dialysis and treatment for his wounds.
Will he live?
Yeah, no worries there.
Snake, that's
Sonny's
not
taken over for
normal.
Naomi. But his treatment's probably gonna take 48 hours. Until then, Raiden can't move.
Hey, you! Come here!
That's unusual.
What the hell is that?
Move!
Okay, that technique was only good because he was trying to just do an arc. It doesn't really work when firing at 3 individual objects in different
Scarabs.
heights.
Unmanned scouts.
They've found us. We're moving out.
Snake, the PMCs are converging on your location. Damn it! They're
Yeah, we
sending
know.
in Gecko. They'll be on you in less than 5 minutes.
Are they ready?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll escape through the canal route using the real van. Get it ready. Hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
Snake, over here. We've got decoy vans set to draw some of our pursuers away.
Bah, bah, bah. Does this hunk of junk still work?
All of these children were orphans. They work in arms factories. And when they grow up, they want to join a PMC. They seek revenge on other companies, PMCs that killed their parents, and use their earnings to support their younger siblings. There are countless child soldiers like these in the PMCs. Nowadays, anyone with a computer can get combat training.
Oh.
The FPS games that these children love are distributed for free. by
This is
these
Call of Duty?
Of course, it's all just virtual training. It's so easy for them to get absorbed by these war games. And before they know it,
I guess it's supposed to be about Call of Duty.
Real guns. These kids end up fighting in proxy wars that have nothing to do with their own lives. They think it's cool to fight like this. They think that combat is life.
No, he clearly does not
Need
think it's
reason
cool.
to fight.
He's worried as
After all,
fuck.
for them, it's only a game. Zero is the cause of all this. Defeating Liquid won't change things. Unless we stop the Patriot system, the cycle will go unbroken.
I don't ride. Okay, fine. I guess I will.
Hold on to me.
You're my mom. That's a gun you feel on your back, not.
With so many wars being waged, oil and biofuel have become as precious as diamonds. It's been a while since I went out for a ride.
Are you sure about this?
I only get off my bike when I fall in love. Or fall dead.
Big Mama.
Call me Eva.
Call me Eva.
Yeah, called it. Yeah, Kawasaki bites.
Here we go!
Good. Huzzah!